Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty. I need for you to pay attention to this video carefully.
Are you gonna go burn DC down and scream to say her name?
Of course your stitching is off. Couldn't even upload my video. Now I gotta redo this whole fucking thing. The answer is hell on earth, no. No, I'm not gonna be saying the name of a woman who drove her own lily white ass from California all the way to the Capitol just to reenact some scene out of Lord of the Flies. I'll say the name of Breonna Taylor, Michelle Cusseau, Bora Rosser. How about Tatiana Jefferson, Tanisha Anderson? Honestly, the difference between the names that I'm trying to remember and the names that you're trying to remember is the fact that the names that I just named off all collectively lost their lives within the comfort of their own home. Whereas the lady that you're trying to remember woke up one day and decided to drive herself 2,728 fucking miles directly into a problem, and she found one. I sent her light. As far as I'm concerned, her name was Karen. I don't give a fuck. I hope she rests in all of the pieces.
Okay, pretty strong words there. Now, I need for you to watch the next video. It's going to tie in together to the commentary, what I'm about to say.
She's a thug and so is her boyfriend. And the best, and I said, don't do it, means don't live a life of crime. Otherwise, you have to deal with the consequences, and I don't want her.
A few moments later.
So you heard Ashley Babbitt declaring that Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend was a thug, that she shouldn't do it. They should not be living a life of crime. So she had nerve to cast judgment on a woman that she did not know. She did not know Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor had no criminal record. Breonna Taylor had no history of drug or alcohol abuse. And by the way, her boyfriend had no history of drug or alcohol abuse neither, nor any history of selling drugs. But yet you heard this Trump supporter with a red MAGA hat declaring that Breonna Taylor was a thug, and that her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, was a thug, who were both shot inside their apartment as armed policemen, law enforcement officials knocked on their doors and did not identify themselves. It turned out that the guy they were looking for, I believe, was in custody, and that they went to the wrong house. But yet this Ashley chick had nerve to sit on her throne or her pedestal, as she believed, and throw down judgment. With a young lady she just did not know. She just assumed, because she believed that law enforcement is right, that law enforcement is correct. But yet, Ashley, let's see. What were you involved with? You said that Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend were thugs and shouldn't do it, shouldn't be involved in a life of crime. But yet you were part of a Confederate flag waving, MAGA hat wearing group of Trump supporters who rushed through barricades and the House chambers. I mean, let's see what you done though. You overpowered Capitol Police, you climbed scaffolds, you scaled walls, you shattered glass, you busted into the Senate chamber, You stood at the president's office desk. You guys broke into Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office. You were trying to stop the process of a Democratic election from being certified. The people have spoken, but you wanted to overturn that. You couldn't accept the fact that your will wasn't granted. You couldn't accept the fact that you just didn't get your way. So here you guys want to create a little temper tantrum and then break into the Capitol. You broke through barricades. You broke through lines. 5 people are dead. You're dead now. For what? Because you wanted to overthrow a democratic elected process. Wow. You talk about throwing stones. People talk about someone committing a crime and being thugs and what they shouldn't get caught up in. People, let this be a lesson. Make sure your own ass is wiped before you go trying to wipe others. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you beyond and through.